What is happening, everyone? It is your boy GamerMadness here today with some more Batman Return to Arkham City Part 11, and today will be more of a side mission video again, because I have recently, as I mentioned in, I think it was my recent Spider-Man video, I have recently started New Game Plus for Batman. So I thought I would go back over all of the side missions that are left, because in part 10 I had gotten to a point where I couldn't actually do any side missions, and I feel like it's just better to get them out of the way now. So, without further ado, we will transition to whatever side mission I decide to pick. I will also be finishing off any tapes that I have left to show, because I feel obligated to show the rest of them at this point, because I have got a lot of the patient tapes and stuff, and the rest of the Riddler conversation with Hugo Strange already, because as I said, I am on New Game Plus. So, without further ado, we will get into this, and as we transition, I will probably put some of those tapes in now.
Listen to me, Harvey. I am going to give you a simple choice. This is your coin.
Is it? Why should I trust you?
It was your father's, correct? You know every inch of it. When you close your eyes, you can feel it, can't you?
Give me it, please.
I want you to understand what I'm about to tell you. You believe that this coin determines the fate of your world. I, however, believe that your condition has always been present. It was there before you were attacked, and it is still there now. You probably had headaches. Your wife found you unpredictable, scary sometimes.
Give us it.
I'm going to throw the coin in the air. If you let it fall, I will do whatever I can to cure you. I will help you become the man you used to be.
Or
if you grab it, I will let you loose in Arkham City, and I will tell you what Catwoman is doing right this second.
I can't decide.
You have to. At this moment, Catwoman is preparing to steal the contents of the safe in your old campaign office.
The bitch. We need to stop her.
And you may. Goodbye, Mr. Dent. You failed to kill Ferris Boyle, though, didn't you?
Yes.
Why?
You know why. Batman. Though he did return Nora to safety, until you got her.
See? There you go. Blame me, blame your parents because you failed to revive the neighbor's pets, blame Ferris Boyle for spoiling your plans to cure Nora, blame Batman for stopping your revenge against Boyle. And now, your Nora is in danger.
Because of you.
No, Victor. Because of you. You have always had a heart of ice. You stole people's pets. You stole GothCorp resources. And since then, you've stolen so much more for your own selfish scientific inquiries. If you had shared your genius with others, devoted your energy to medicine instead of crime, perhaps your ice princess would be at home now, preparing you a hot meal, instead of being delivered to the Joker.
No!
You could have saved Nora a long time ago, Victor.
It's all for her. Everything. I will get her back. And when I do, I'm coming for you.
Thank you. We are done now.
Nora.
How are you feeling today?
You promised me another doctor, Strange.
Maybe you shouldn't have killed the one I sent last week. What made you do it?
Fish gotta swim, birds gotta fly. Besides, it was worth it to see the look on her face. Hey, you know what? I think I've got a piece of it here in my pocket.
You are trying my patience. That was the third doctor you've killed.
Well, keep on sending them, Doc. I'm trying to break my record.
I think it is time for you to do something for me.
Name it, Doc.
Tell me how you came to be. Explain what made you what you are today. How you come to be sitting across the table from me, dying.
Is that all? Well, I guess you could say I once had a very bad day.
Really? Go on.
It was a Thursday night. Things had been getting worse. I was 3 days from the bank foreclosing on my home. The chemical plant I worked nights at was about to lay off half the workforce. And I was sitting in the hospital, holding the hand of my pregnant wife, wishing to God that she wasn't dead.
That must have been upsetting for you.
Probably was. Back then, though, all I knew was that if I didn't let old man Falcone's men into the plant that night, they'd have killed me too. So here's the thing. I had to decide. Could I live without her? Was there any point going on? I've got to admit it. I was scared. Not of being dead, you understand.
No one would blame you if you were. It is perfectly common.
Do I look common? No. I was scared of the part just before you die, when you don't know what is about to happen, when you're desperately clutching at life and trying to hold on with slippery, blood-covered hands. So I made a decision right there.
And what was that?
That is a story for another day, Strange. I think I may need to see a doctor. Get me one.
You were telling me about the night your wife died.
Oh, no, Hugo. As I recall, I was waiting for you to send me another doctor.
We both know I have sent you 3 more doctors.
Did you?
Yes. One was left dismembered outside the elevator to my office. The other 2 have not been seen since they were sent to you.
How careless. Listen, Doc.
Professor.
Okay, Professor. I'll give you a little more. I just hope you're taking notes. It's the day after, and I'm standing in the freezing rain, just staring at the chemical plant, feeling numb. Jeannie was dead. It didn't seem real. I can remember the day I first met her infectious smile as I told her bad joke after bad joke. How, even after living with the pathetic wretch I was, she still wanted my child. And then they arrived. Reality's way of yanking me another wedgie. Falcone's men told me to cheer up. He said things could be worse. I asked him how. He grabbed me by the collar, pulled me close. He'd been eating garlic, and each word stank as he threatened to perform oral surgery on me with a nail and a brick. A creative guy. They hand me a box. I remember thinking it was heavy. Was it a bomb? A gun? I'd never used a gun before. Were they that heavy?
And what was in the box?
How's that doctor coming along?
I'll get you one.
And when you do, I'll tell you the rest.
You are looking a little better, yes.
Well, I have my good days and bad days, but I do try and start each one with a smile.
Are you ready to continue your story?
Yeah, why not? So where was I?
The box.
Ah, yes, the box. So there I was, tearing open this box, expecting the worst. And all it had in it was a crazy red dome and a cloak. I thought they were having a joke with me, but oh no. They made me put it on. They said it was a disguise. It would keep me safe. It smelled like garlic. And that was it, really. I was dressed up like a spaceman, barely able to see, trying to break into the one place in this town that had given me a job. Have you ever tried to walk with an enormous fishbowl on your head? Don't answer that. It's hard. I couldn't see where I was going. I must have tripped one of the alarms. I heard muffled gunfire. I panicked and tried to run. And then I saw him.
Who?
That man.
Really?
Yes, really. Batman tried to hit me. I moved out of the way, but, well, what you need to understand is I had this giant bowl on my head, and I lost my balance. It's like life, really. One minute everything's bad, the next your wife's dead and you're hanging on for dear life, suspended over a tank of experimental chemicals. I'm sure he'd say he tried to save me, but we all know he didn't. I fell. For a second, just as I hit the surface, I thought I may just get away with this.
I assume that wasn't the case.
Do I look like I got away with it? I was drowning. The chemicals were burning my skin. My entire body felt like it was on fire. And it was all his fault.
Whose fault? Batman's?
Who else?
Yours?
Come again?
Let me tell you what I believe. I believe that you have fabricated a series of events that you use to conceal the truth about your condition. I have read 12 different accounts of your past. All different, except for one detail. Batman.
What can I say? I like to keep things interesting. A wise man once told me that if you have to have an origin story, you're better off making it multiple choice.
And never facing up to the truth of what happened. What you did. How you got here.
Oh, I know exactly how I got here. A big truck brought me here from Arkham. You remember the asylum, don't you?
Of course.
Well, good. Because I'd hate to think that I'd fabricated seeing you watching me in my cell all those times.
Excuse me?
Hugo, you merry maniac. You were obsessed with me. You all were trying to get in here. Next thing you'll tell me it wasn't you who sent old Sharpie over the edge. Nice work, by the way.
Thank you.
So here's the thing. If you want to make sure that no one else finds out about your past, you should stop poking your nose into mine. Oh, and send me another doc. I think I need a second opinion.
As you probably have guessed, with each transition I have to do, or I feel like I should do, I probably will enter in some of the tapes. But first, side mission that we're going to do today is, as you can probably guess, Bane. So we're going to finish off this last Titan container, and then we're going to go see Bane.
Containers are destroyed. I should go back to Bane and see how he's doing.
That's what I just said. Ish. Now, in one of these videos, at least, probably, because I'm going to have to probably separate this into 2 side mission videos, maybe. I do kind of want to do just one episode with the Sinestro Core Batman suit, just for something fun, and I just really would like it in a video. So at some point I will probably do that. In fact, I actually might change it when I get to whatever side mission I want to do next.
You were right. It is the Bat.
You'll all see if I do it. Now, as you can notice, I actually forgot to come here and knock all these guys out first, but you know, at least it creates some combat content. Now, there are a few side missions that still need doing, so that's why I said it probably needs to be separated into 2 separate videos. And by that, I mean 2 separate side mission videos. So, let's talk to Bane, see how he's been doing with
I
his.
destroyed the containers, Bane.
Good. On the ground, prisoner. Now.
Ah.
Help me, Batman. We must not allow these puppets to take the Titan.
Okie dokie. Bet you never thought you'd see this. Batman and Bane working together to take down some Tiger guards. Mental. Never would happen in any other universe. Guaranteed. I say that, it probably would happen. If any of the villains and heroes had common enemies, you know for a fact they would team up.
I will snap you fools in two! You dare enter my home!
I'm very much concentrating at the moment. That, and I just don't have a lot that I need to or want to say. For God's sake, Bane. Mind where you're swinging. God, he really doesn't care, does he? This man will even hit me, even though I'm his damn ally. Now, obviously, with this being New Game Plus, the, crap, I'm doing horrible. Yes, as I was saying, the counter indicators are turned off when you do New Game Plus, so it's probably going to be a little more harder for me to actually counter. I can just feel people sitting there going, how could it get any harder for him? This is how. Because now I can't even tell when they're going to counter. Although I have been slightly practicing just to get some kind of idea.
As I was saying,
Counter.
I've destroyed mine. I take it you've done the same?
In a manner of speaking, yes.
What does that mean?
Titan is too powerful to be used against me. I needed it all for myself. Now, do me a favor and die!
No.
Ah! No!
I knew I couldn't trust you, Bane, so I used you instead.
What?
Simple. You rounded up the remaining Titan. Now, I can destroy it.
Stop!
No. Good plan, Bats. He fell right into your trap.
Please!
God, he really isn't a macho man, is he? Shit. That was the wrong place. I think that kind of worked. Stop spraying on the damn floor! Ah! Stop! 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 Thank you! Jeez. Was that so much fun? That destroyed the rest of the containers anyway. What do you have to say for yourself?
I warned you, Bane.
Free me!
No. You'll get out. Eventually. I'm too busy to keep fighting you.
No!
Yes, we are. Jeez. We got tons of side missions to do and no time to do them, Bane. But, with the power of editing, we could do stuff like this.
Knock, knock, Professor. Guess who?
I grow tired of these insipid games, Mr. Nigma. If you wish to speak to me, my guards will escort you safely to my tower.
Please, Hugo. If you're going to set a trap, at least pretend to try harder than that.
No traps, Edward. I simply wish to grant you safe passage through Arkham City. I think the time has come for us to meet as equals.
You, Strange? My equal? I am the man whose cunning will soon have Batman lying at my feet, bloodied and broken.
Really?
Then I will pull off his mask and look into his dull, dying eyes. In that last instant, he will know that I have finally beaten him. And I will finally know who he really is.
My apologies, Edward. I see now we are nowhere near equals.
Finally.
You see, like me, you are obsessed with the Batman. But unlike me, you don't know who he really is, do you?
What? I know you are lying, Strange. There is no way that you could have figured it out. It's some kind of trick. It must be.
Oh, I use no tricks, no childish puzzles. I simply created a psychological profile of the man most likely to be the Batman, and then matched it against the most logical candidate. I was right, of course.
Well, who is he?
Ah, but that would spoil the game for you, wouldn't it?
You must tell me. I implore you, Strange.
Really, Edward? If I could figure it out, it must be child's play for you.
But I...
Interesting. Tell me, Edward, How is the Riddler like a blank dictionary? You're both at a loss for words.
Now, I am truly satisfied. As I said, I wanted to put the Sinestro Corps outfit in the walkthrough. I didn't know where I was going to do it this episode or next episode, so I thought, screw it, let's do it this episode. So, our next person we are going to try and take down completely, or at least mostly, is the Riddler. So, let's do his next puzzle. Hit me hard and I will crack, but you'll never stop me from looking back. What am I? A mirror. As I've said before, either Batman is just really, really smart, or Enigma just isn't trying hard enough.
How did you do that? Who helped you? Tell me! Actually, it doesn't matter. Come and save the final guard. I'll be as shocked if you don't come and save her as she'll be if you do.
How convenient. I seem to be right next to it. Cool. Alright. So he said last hostage, so I'm guessing that this is actually the second to last thing I need to do before I can beat the crap out of Enigma. So let's rescue this final guard, go find Edward Enigma, and put a giant question mark in the middle of his face. It's called a fist. I'll admit none of that actually made sense.
What's good for me and potentially fatal for you, Dark Knight? Don't bother taxing your tiny mind, for the answer is obviously my final puzzle. Will you save the ignorant guard? I'll be shocked if you do.
Just checking in case there's any buttons I need to press. I made that mistake one of the last times.
As
Shocking.
you can see, Dark Knight, that ignorant guard is currently experiencing the shocking sensation of her own mortality. Can you help her without experiencing yours?
Let's hope so. If not, Batman's a dead man.
Can you rise to the occasion and solve this problem? Or
Oh
will
god,
you
I
be...
hate this one. Alright.
So, you wrapped your brain around that last puzzle and squeezed out a predictable solution. How will you attempt to solve this next puzzle?
Very badly, I'm guessing. Come on! Whew. That was lucky. I easily could have died. I'm guessing that wasn't the right thing to do. Let's try this. Perfect!
Riddle me
Eeny, meeny,
this.
miny, mo.
How can you
Who
possibly
gives a crap
expect to
in the
save
end?
that poor guard, when it is quite clear that you cannot
Alright.
outthink the simplest of challenges?
Let's hope I don't hit the wrong one. Cool. So glad I didn't hit the wrong one.
I am shocked at your inability to progress, Dark Knight. A rat could beat this room with only a piece of cheese as motivation.
I've only just noticed what I was meant to do. Please, if I'm struggling, bear with me. Because I'll get it in the end. There we go.
Come now. Surely the great Batman can progress without cheating and looking for answers online.
That's a good idea. Fortunately, I don't need to look online. Because I've played this game before.
Is all this too taxing for your primitive mind?
Nope. I'm doing quite well, thank you very much.
A brute force approach to a simple conundrum, Dark Knight. How predictable.
Then you should have thought of it. And made sure I didn't do it. Perfect!
You weren't supposed to do that!
Ish.
That room was impossible! How did you...
Well, clearly
this
it's
isn't over,
possible, I
Dark
just
Knight.
did it.
You may have defeated me tonight, but I'll be back.
What are you, Arnold Schwarzenegger? I'll be back.
Where is he?
I'll
Don't
deal
know.
with Riddler. Just tell me the code.
Code?
He gave everyone else a code. Why didn't he give you one?
He sounded like he thought you'd die in here. I guess he was wrong.
Well,
Is there anything I
boo.
can do?
No. Get back to the church when you can. Oracle, we've got a problem. I solved the last Riddler room, but there wasn't a radio frequency.
What's he up to?
I don't think he thought I'd defeat his last room.
That's good, right?
He's still got hostages
Eh.
from the church. If they're still alive, I need to find them. Search every record about the buildings he's used so far. There may be a connection there.
Oh, there'll be a connection. Let's go find it.
Right. Listen to me carefully. I still have one of those guards, so... I'll just need a couple of days and I will make a puzzle so taxing that you will never solve it. I will. You'll see.
You need a couple of days. Jeez, man. You think if he was smart enough, you'd only need a couple of minutes. Then again, I take it
I think
takes a
I
long
found
time to
something
get
that
everything
links all the
together.
Riddler rooms. It looks like they were all owned by a Mr. Fine. He seems to have acted as some sort of property broker.
When was this?
Before Arkham City was built. It's a long shot, I know, but he sold one other property 3 months before Arkham opened. There's no record of who to, but I'm sending you the location now.
Thanks, Oracle. I'll check it out.
That's quite a while away. But obviously, we have the beauty and the power of... You know what? Considering there is a ringing phone, I might as well just do it. This is a side mission video after all. Vicky Vale.
My flesh is crying out, Batman. Can you find my phone, or will I have my fun?
Depends. Now, there are two... I think I mentioned this once before, I'm not too sure. But there are two other things that he says that aren't on recorded tapes for the phone calls. So I will be trying to include those. They're only if you fail to track him on the sixth one and have to do 7 and 8. So we'll fail to track him, and I will let y'all hear that, because it's not on the, as I said, recorded phone call half of everything, and people rarely find it. I didn't even know about it until now.
Iceberg Lounge was crawling with the disgusting flesh of humanity. You could find anything there. If you had the money, of course.
Of course.
At the beginning, I seemed to be winning. The cards all went my way, and I found myself at the owner's table. Some reason I thought I would win, that he would play fair. I looked around the table. I saw the people I was against. Card sharks, thugs, princes, and the disgusting midget who ran the place. One by one, they all lost or folded. The chips were piling up, and it was just him and me.
Well, this seems like a good place to end it. The video has gone on for a little while, but I will be back with part 12 probably soon. I'll probably release it before the next Marvel Spider-Man actually. And when we come back, I will do Mad Hatter. So, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, all that good stuff. I have been GamerMadness. I'll see y'all in the next video of mine. And as always, this is...
Game over.